What up? What's popping? What's happening? Welcome to the latest and greatest edition of the Talk of the Town Unfiltered podcast. Of course, you know me, Showtime, Mr. Talk of the Town. Got the squad with me, of course. Squad in here. What up? Rich girl with the orange on tonight. Gang. What's cracking with it, though?
What's popping? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Why do you sound like a dog in heat when you do that? Why are you panting? Is that how you sound when you actually hump?
Isn't that how you, when you hump, you're supposed to go.
You sound like a dog
like
in heat.
Ooch.
Yeah, some Two Live Crew shit right
Who
there.
says ooch when they're humping? Please.
Y'all, I don't know.
No.
That ain't what y'all say.
There's no ooching and I. There's no ooching and I.
What do y'all say?
What do you say? What do you say? That's horrible. Like, that is the most unattractive sex noise I've ever heard in my life. Like, I would get up and walk away. Like, I would get up and I would walk away. Like, are you role playing? Like, what exactly is it that you're doing? Like,
are we dogs?
Right. Like, what kind of
costume?
What kind of like weird fantasy type of thing are you into? That reminds me of something on that I saw on Instagram earlier. And Green, I'll get to you, but I just wanted to stay here for a minute. I was on Instagram earlier today, and I saw somebody. It was a meme that said that it's weird for men to moan during sex. And
when you busting I guess. Is nut illegal? I mean, you scream or holler. If when you climax, I mean, you gonna make a noise. I mean, I don't know. I can't.
You're gonna make a noise throughout the whole thing. You're gonna do a little,
yeah, a little moaning of everybody. Like, I don't know what these people.
I don't do a bunch of moaning. I talk a bunch of shit. I talk a bunch of shit.
It can't be that good. If
I don't do a bunch of moaning.
I'm talking shit.
It's gonna make you say some things and make some noises if it's good.
Yeah, for a girl. I mean, even for some guys. But for me, I ain't moaning. I'm talking shit.
Like what?
The entire time.
What are you saying?
Who's your owner? Who pussy is this?
Who's your owner?
Oh, shit. Whatever comes to I start freestyling.
So the panting goes with that. So she should be going. that goes with who's your owner.
Oh, the women do all types of shit. I'm talking about me. Y'all say what do
wait a minute, your owner?
Who's your owner?
Owner is one of my favorites. Yeah.
And what is her response? You?
What you think?
What do you mean? How did she say it? What did she say? You? Is that what she said?
You? Yes,
she
daddy.
Said you? What?
You are.
You is.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what it is.
Yeah. You be my owner. That's what she said.
Yeah. You my owner, daddy. You my owner, whatever.
What did she say, Jarrell? What did she say that?
I mean, first of all, the shit talking is something I've been doing forever. So it ain't just like one girl you do it to. You know what I mean? But if she would say another nigga name, get out of my house.
I mean, you can't say that every time. Who's your owner? You have to switch it up.
Do
you have a list of things that you say?
It's like I said. It's like I'm freestyling, like Hove in the booth. Like,
do you have it like
so you don't ever write them down?
Do you have it in your note section of your phone?
Nah, I need to do that, right? I probably come with more stuff.
Who's your daddy? Whose pussy is this?
Yeah,
those are old, RG. Those
Can you take
like
this cock?
That's my favorite. That's the great one.
Do you love this dick?
Yeah,
that's a great
feel
one.
Good to you. It's a million of them. You know what I
mean? You want to swallow this dick up?
Right, anything.
I'm trying to bust your tonsils out. Yeah, all of that.
Tonsils. Oh wow. Oh,
all of that is sexy.
Do you love being my whore? All types of shit. I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, it gets ratchet.
Yes, I love being your whore. Yes.
What type of? What kind
As
of
I go teach my kindergarten class tomorrow morning. Yes, I love being your whore.
What? Okay.
You can't say that.
Good choice of women.
You cannot say that to a random partner. It has to be someone that you have the emotional attachment to.
Oh, the one
you try to pull that one off.
You say that's the one you love the most, the one that you wife up.
Yeah, because you say that to a girl you ain't attached to, she might be like, "This nigga crazy." You know what I'm saying? You
got get out of there.
Expect you to call me a whore if you're not attached to me. Then you being my man and calling me a whore. Like I'm gonna look back at you like. Say
no, but that's if you say this to a one night stand, she gonna get up out of there. Like if you say this to a one night stand, she gonna get up out of there. Like nah, she not standing.
She know what she is.
She ain't standing there. No.
She know what she is.
She's not standing for that.
No, you cannot. No.
Yes, I'm your whore. That's why I came up here tonight. Yes, I'm your whore.
It sounds good,
dirty whore for tonight.
Right, in theory, right.
I am your dirty whore for tonight. That is why I'm here. I am your dirty whore.
Never want to hear that. She doesn't want to hear that though. Yeah, she doesn't want to hear that.
Dirty whore. Yes, I'm gonna throw it back.
Green makes a great point. Green makes a great point.
She's not gonna hear that. No.
Right? No, she's out of there.
You'll never get it again.
You'll never hear from her.
What if she is really a whore? Her profession is whoring.
Even if you're paying for it, she don't want to hear that shit.
Even if you pick,
but now you can get away with it then. But I mean, if it's a literal prostitute you pay for, she don't.
She still doesn't want to hear this.
But if it's a girl that you just took on a date and she wants to smash first date, nah.
You'll never see her again.
So you would Showtime. You would say it to your wife.
I wouldn't say it. No.
That is really. I think.
But if he did, she wouldn't leave him.
Right. That's not my. That's not my verbiage.
Go to leave. Nobody said leave.
No, because a new woman would stop speaking to you.
So RG, I would say like this. RG, this is probably the best.
No, you talk. That's why it's called talking dirty. You say things that's not just off the wall. You love taking this. Like you go.
You can't say that to a new partner. That's the whole thing. You have to build some type of attachment,
some rapport.
Rapport.
You can't. You can't just, it's like when you get a job, RG. Like you don't get a job and start bucking on the first day, right?
I don't care what you say. If it was a smash, you could say what it is.
You don't get a job and just like start calling out.
I'm your whore, you my whore. Let's keep this going.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Well, but like this, maybe a guy could have got away with you, but a lot of girls, it'll be very risky. There are probably some girls that you can do the
dirty.
First time.
You say a lot of things. Whore is not the worst thing that is being heard when you're talking dirty.
The risk to reward ratio.
I'm gonna shove this dick in your butt, and I'm worried about you saying whore. I'm gonna shove this dick in your butt. Oh, but whore offends me. I take that, but whore offends me. Oh, don't call me whore.
It will offend a lot of. I'm
gonna shove this dick down your throat, but don't say whore.
No, you can't.
You call me no whore.
You definitely cannot. You definitely cannot.
You can't.
Okay, all right. Well, now that's
we haven't even been up here for
right.
Already went left.
I haven't even done my intro.
Right.
I haven't even asked Green how his week was going. I haven't even.
And we done said all of this.
Absolutely nothing. So yeah, if you're just joining us, we are already off the rails. Just so you know, if you're just getting here, things have already gone left. So DJ Green, I'll ask you, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
All right.
You know me, the party don't stop. I don't even know how I say it, but yeah, the party don't stop.
What we done said has really I mean, we are Pornhub at this point. Like we need to upload this to Pornhub.
Exactly.
And really get a check.
It's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. But yeah, hopefully everyone's week went well. Hopefully everyone hasn't gotten a little bit too real, raw, and ratchet. Also, make sure you download or listen to the I can't remember what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I don't even have my bell. I'm just make sure that you like, subscribe, and share the episode, because we want to be sure that we get everyone to watch this particular episode, like every episode. But also make sure that you are listening to the audio version of the podcast, which is going to be on all streaming platforms, wherever you get your podcast from, Apple Podcasts, wherever. Make sure you share it, give it some likes, all of that good stuff.
Thumbs up.
And just thumbs up. Make sure you tap into it, give us some stars and some comments, all of that. Inside of the show, we got a couple things that we're going to do. We're going to switch things up just a little bit inside of the show tonight. We got a topic that we want to discuss. So I'm going to ask a topic about a particular issue, and then we're going to discuss that, and then we'll get into like a couple entertainment news stories. And then don't forget, after the show is the after party over on Instagram. We do the real, the raw, the ratchet advice. That's where we give advice to some viewers who have some issues going on in their love life and their personal life and their legal life and whatever they got going on, we help them work through their issues. So be sure to tap into either my Instagram at Showtime Says, at VA Rich Girl, at I Am DJ Green, or at Talking to Town Unfiltered. And be sure that you check out the Real Raw Ratchet advice segment of the show, which is going to be on Instagram. All right. So let's talk about the topic tonight. Let's talk about, I know, RG, I know you said you don't watch it, and Green, I'm sure you don't, but the TV show Married to Medicine, which is a very popular TV show on Bravo. One of the characters, or one of the folks on the show, her name is Dr. Contessa, right? Now, Dr. Contessa is married. Now, her husband recently revealed that he has had an unpaid female life coach for the last 6 to 7 months. So they talked about it on a recent episode of the show. The wife had no idea that her husband had been going to this life coach for 6 to 7 months. It was interesting. Both of them are doctors, and she's trying to kind of figure out what's going on. So there's a certain woman named LaTanya who's a life coach, right? And the husband had been FaceTiming with this woman, getting life advice. And the wife, Dr. Contessa, walked in on the conversation. So after he, kind of got busted, the two, they started trying to figure out where they were going with it. So Contessa, who is the doctor, of course, she's the wife, she felt like he was carrying a huge secret, and because he told her that he had never been open to doing any type of therapy or counseling or anything like that in the past. Also, Twitter went crazy because they felt as though the husband, Dr. Scott, seeing a life coach for such a long period of time without telling his wife was lying by omission and, cheating to a certain degree. So let's talk about it, because this topic also comes to light because DJ Green had posted something earlier this week about women who have male trainers. Personal trainer. So DJ Green had an issue with the fact that some women who are married or in relationships, I assume, have had personal trainers. So I want to kind of unpack this issue and talk about male personal trainers, right? Yeah. I want to unpack this issue and kind of get y'all's thoughts about it. Green, I'll start with you since you were the catalyst for this conversation. Is it okay for married folks to have therapists and or trainers of the opposite sex?
Now, I'll start with the personal training aspect. It is definitely not okay for a woman to have a male personal trainer. The video I posted just reiterated something I talked to one of my homeboys about many years ago, because I ain't gonna say, but in the video, the guy explains, because he used to be a personal trainer. He explains how there is a connection that is built when you're trying to better a woman, because even though she's paying you, you're making her a better woman. You're helping her get in shape. She's following your lead. And he said, he's a personal trainer. He said, do not ever let your woman do that. He said there is a bond that is formed. Yes. He said, I don't care if it's your friend. I don't care if you know the guy. He said, I don't care who it is. He said, I'm not saying that every single trainer is going to sleep with their woman, but that you don't want your woman having that energy with no man. Now, as far as this man, doctor, and the woman, granted,
she's a doctor also, but they're both doctors.
So all three are doctors. His wife's a doctor too, right?
His wife is a doctor, and
is the life coach a doctor? I
don't believe that she's a doctor. I think she's just a therapist or a life coach.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. The woman, because she's not a doctor. So the doctor, the male doctor, and the woman,
and his wife, right? It's his wife.
You talking the therapist, Green? You talking the life coach?
The therapist is a woman, and the doctor, the male doctor. Now, granted, I'm not for any man having to cave to any woman's demands, but if you decided to get married, which they did, you shouldn't be hiding nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna go that route and go be married, you shouldn't be shady, because you're just not being manly at all. I definitely think something's up, and he might not be following, but he's coming to her for life advice. So there might be the same type of bond being formed as with the personal trainer. I can't guarantee it, because if he's a manly man, it's not going to happen. But he said he's not paying her too. This from what I've read in the story. So I kind of think he's lying. I don't even think this is true. I think he's sleeping.
Okay, so let's
or they emotionally cheating going on.
Okay, so let's backtrack. Let's unpack a little bit of what you said, because you said that I want to go back because you said that the bond between the personal trainer and the woman began to build when they work out together, because he's
making her better. He's making her better.
Not only making her better, the most important part is she's. So what
about when another woman is making her better?
I mean, if she's not, unless she's bisexual. Now, if she's bisexual, you don't want that either.
Better, but
if she's bisexual, you don't want that either. You need to train her yourself. Like if she likes girls, she don't need no personal trainer. Now,
tell me when it's my turn. The thing is, I'm ready to eat.
The thing is, the personal trainer dude was saying how. The thing is, there's another man giving her orders and she's following them, and they're physically close, and her endorphins are going off for working out. No,
man, give her an order.
He's a personal trainer. He done smash these women, and I'll take it further. Puffy, you know Puff Daddy, right? You know Cassie left him for the personal trainer he was paying, right? And she's married that man now. You know that, right? Do you also know Shaquille O'Neal was paying that personal trainer, and Shawnee O'Neal started sleeping with that man? Did you know that? So there's two major, and that's probably happened millions of times, but these are two prominent, famous people
happened
that
millions of times.
Right. I mean, I just need to see the proof. I don't anything you say.
I just gave you two.
It has to be right. Show me that proof. Show me that Shawnee was sleeping with him. Show me text message or video.
It's a fact. What do you mean?
Show me.
It's a fact.
Show me.
She hasn't been shy about it. That was her boyfriend too.
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with the Shawnee O'Neal story, but I do know that Cassie did.
Oh, we can look at it. That's a fact. The Shawnee O'Neal, Shaq happened first. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do know that Cassie ended up marrying and having a baby by her trainer.
That Puffy paid.
But also I don't know if
he was training Puffy. Where's the footage of him training Puffy? And then
no. Puffy paid this trainer to train.
How do you know Puffy paid him? When the
story came out, it was big.
Right, but blogs lie. So
RG, you know what? It really doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if he paid.
It
don't matter if he paid. It don't matter if he paid.
She had a trainer.
She had a male trainer, and you don't allow that.
When she was on her way out from a cheating man, she found
they were still together when she was training with that man. The bond was already forming while they were together.
He had been cheating, and she found.
Who cares if he's cheating?
Right.
The bond was already forming.
Right, because she was looking for love, and she found it.
Okay, who cares? The whole point is you don't let your woman have no male trainer.
Okay, I disagree. I think that
RG,
you can work. I think you can work out with a man. I've had many men trainers, and I have not fucked none of them. Will not fuck none of them. I am not turned on because you tell me to run on the fucking treadmill. Like, Green, run on the treadmill. Oh, I want to go home with this nigga. Are you kidding me?
The man that made the video is a personal trainer.
If a woman is that
maybe he's just a creep though.
If a woman does it, then she's not that in love with who she's with. And if you just don't do that. You don't just find attraction in people when you are truly with the one that you're supposed to be with. When you're really with your soulmate and the love of your life, you don't find attraction in other men like that. You don't even see it. It almost is irritating other men. Like at Showtime, for instance, if you were working out with a woman because she was at the gym and she does personal training, why do you have to be attracted to her? Why do you have to fuck her because she's a woman? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to be around women and have a woman doctor, a woman therapist, a woman trainer, and your spouse not worry about you fucking them. Like, do you understand? Then you have deeper problems if you can't have someone in your life that's a woman with. You have a boss that's a woman. What if your supervisor is a woman? Your supervisor is a male and he's giving you orders. So now you go home with him? That in your theory, that's what you're saying. He's making her better. He's building her up. So you want to sleep with your professor in college? You want to sleep with everybody?
That happens.
Anyone that builds you up as a woman.
You said that happens.
That does happen. But go ahead.
Green,
there's no situation that doesn't happen, Green.
No one sleeps with everybody in any situation.
But the personal trainer thing is one-on-one.
People sleep with their boss. Me personally, I don't know what type of weak women you come across or your personal trainer has come across. but I have worked out with men. I have never had a woman train me ever. And I have never even
Why didn't you ever want to have a female trainer?
I just never thought of having one. I've never.
So you only want a male trainer?
I've never looked for a male trainer. It was a male trainer.
No, you're talking about just people at the gym. We're talking about you hire. That's not hiring a personal trainer.
I would hire a male. If it's a male that works out, I would hire him. Like I knew someone's cousin out here, and I hired him so that he would train me. Why would I think about sleeping with him? I'm paying you to train me. I'm paying you money that I don't want to pay you. But I'm paying you and I'm gonna give you some ass too. This just does not make sense. Like, if I'm giving you ass, then the payment has to stop. Like, it's one or the other. But I think there's
if you can save a couple dollars, you'll do it. If
your wife or your girlfriend has a male trainer and she sleeps with him because he's telling her, making her better and telling her what to do, then y'all have deeper issues, because a woman should be able to deal with a man and not get intimate with him under any circumstances when she's in a relationship. You should have that type of self-control when you're in a relationship. A man making me better.
The key to what he was saying is there's a bond. Even if they don't sleep together, they formed a bond.
Well, I don't know. Why didn't that happen for me? Can you explain? Why didn't I find a bond? Why didn't I want to go home with him?
I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, let me say this. I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna ask a question. So I would say I have had a woman trainer and not had any sort of attraction to her. Number one, I wasn't married, but before I was married. But even though I wasn't married,
she was still making you better.
The male, that's a whole different dynamic.
Oh, that don't turn you on?
That a man doesn't get turned on by a woman giving orders. A woman gets turned on by a man leading her. That's completely different.
Okay, Green. Right. Says the man that don't have nobody. Okay. Go ahead. Shut up.
And I will also say I have a preference that all of my practitioners, doctor, dentist, therapist, all of my healthcare providers are all Black women. I don't want any other. I don't want a man. I don't want a white man. Everyone that I go to,
Green.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. They're more nurturing. That's actually a good idea.
Oh, so it's a double standard. It's just the woman. Men and women are not the same. We're nothing alike. We're nothing alike. We are nothing alike. And I know a personal trainer that slept with several women that came to the gym. I know this is real. Have you been, or do you plan on being a woman? You tell what
I've been inside of plenty of women. Yes.
Look. I'm a woman, right?
Yes, you are.
I'm a woman. How can you tell me my ways and things that I do and feel? Like I'm a woman. I can't really tell you about a man. I can tell you what I think. But I can't factually tell you about a nigga because I'm not one. But I can tell you 47 years worth of what a woman is like. Like I'm a woman. I know it. So I'm asking you, how can you say what a woman feels in that moment? How do you know without a doubt that is what her emotion is in that moment dealing with the trainer?
The man that did the video is a personal trainer. One.
I'm asking you, not
Puffy, who's a nine-figure nigga.
I'm asking you.
Puffy is a nine-figure nigga.
I am asking
got his woman took by a personal trainer.
Right. You're telling me how other niggas know. How do Green know? How do you know that this is what
I know? People, I know trainers. I know
you.
People.
So you
only
know because you're going off of 3 stories that you just said. So there's billions of people in the world, and you're going off of 3 incidents, and this is how you came up with your conclusion from 3 incidents, not from a million incidents.
Women,
You said what?
For me, knowing women is the major thing, but those having to those stories backing it up makes it a lot
celebrity
easier.
Stories. So you don't know it personally.
Right, because those stories make it easier for you to grasp. Because Puff Daddy shouldn't be competing with a man that's a personal trainer.
The flaw in this DJ Green theory is that, and y'all leave comments and let us know what your thoughts are, and make sure you share it and like it. But I want to know what your thoughts are.
He said it.
The flaw is that you're the only one with a bell tonight, so you have free range to do whatever you want.
I'm on bell duty.
I'm gonna order one.
Green, order your bell tonight.
The flaw is that you would have to say that every man who is a personal trainer is a creep, and I don't believe that to be true.
They're not.
That according to your theory, that's what you're saying.
I didn't think of
no,
that.
No.
You're saying that every man who trains women would have to have some sort of
they would have to
ulterior motive. Would have to be a creep.
Not at all. Y'all didn't listen to me. I said the man was saying how the bond is what you don't want as a man. The guy could be a virgin Christian who's never having sex till he gets married. That bond he forms with that woman still is there.
So let me ask you this:
you don't want no woman having that type of bond with a man.
Let me ask you this: what if the trainer is training both the man and the woman in the relationship?
That's different. They're together. It's a team.
But what if they're going on different days?
Or if it's a group, it's different. Most personal training is personal. Personal is the key word. It's one-on-one. That's what you don't want. If he's training a couple, that's fine. Because she can actually still look at her husband as he's still bringing me here. He's still leading, and we're just following this man's format. But you're sending her to this man by herself.
I don't think we look at it that deep. I think that we are looking at him as someone that is going to change our life for our husband and make us feel better. I don't think that we are looking at him. And and most of the women that are dealing with personal trainers, I don't even think the person. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Well,
I want to add this because
I'm not gonna say that.
Hold on, let her finish. Green, let her finish.
I'm just saying, I don't think that sometimes there are, really heavy women, there's small women, there's short women. Like you are saying that the way you're talking is Beyonce's are walking in and having the option to sleep with his man because he's giving them tools, making them feel better and having a bond. Like you have to look at the dynamics of who he is, what he looks like, because just because he's a personal trainer does not mean he's attractive. What if he has one tooth right here and hair and he has a little thing like Showtime in the middle of his forehead? What if he has that? I'm not gonna want to sleep with him. Just work me out and I'm gonna go home to my man.
He would be a stud muffin, actually. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna go home to my man.
But
what you are saying that everybody in this situation are attracted to each other. The personal trainer must be really handsome. The woman must be beautiful. They have to have some type of attraction. Like just because you choose a personal trainer don't mean I'm attracted to him. What if he's ugly? What if he's not handsome? What if he's not my type? What if he's the total opposite of what I like? It's so many dynamics for you to be able to say somebody just goes into this situation and then they fall head over heels because he's training her. Like you have to really just sit back and think of it. And Showtime opened my eyes with his theory that all
personal trainers
would have to be
creeps. Give yourself a bill, please.
Personal trainers would have to be creeps if they are sleeping with the women they're trying. If all of them,
I never said it. Also, I never said any of that. You're putting a lot of words up above.
Showtime.
I said the man said there is a bond that is formed.
Forget him. What is your theory?
But I'm gonna take it further.
Forget him. What is your theory?
I agree with the theory 8-9 years ago. That's why I posted it. But but I want to take it further. He also talked about. He said, one, if your woman wants to have a trainer, you as the man, are you in shape? If you are, you should be training her. If you're not in shape, so let's start be going with her.
Let's start right there. So just because I'm in shape, which I am, does not mean that I have the same abilities as a personal trainer, right? You can be in shape. That doesn't mean you know how to personally train someone. That doesn't mean that you know how to.
If you're in shape, and let's say your wife had a baby and she gained a bunch of weight, because you're in shape,
because genetics could play a part in you being in shape.
This is what he said.
I'm not asking what he said.
I agree with what he said.
This one man said, "Give me 10."
I've
give me 20. That's his experience. That is his experience. That is his experience.
No. I had this theory years ago, and I posted it because
but that is his experience. That doesn't make it factual for every situation. That's his experience.
I know I would not let no woman I've ever dealt with before this came out
to be with her because you don't trust her. You should trust her. If you are with a woman and you don't trust her, then then say that. But in a relationship, you're supposed to have trust, and she should be.
It's not about trust. It's about her forming a bond with another man.
Can she have a male gynecologist?
I would prefer to have a female.
Can a man deliver her baby?
Yes.
Are you would prefer a female?
So I would prefer a female for that too, but I would prefer
so it's okay for another. So it's okay for another
nurturing.
So it's okay for another man to watch her to watch her vagina, is what you're saying. But it's not.
I said
okay
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to gynecologist.
For a trainer with a clothes on.
I said no.
No, you said yes.
I said no.
You said you prefer a woman, but you.
Okay. You said
I would prefer a woman. Yeah.
Okay, but is it okay?
For gynecologist, I don't prefer a woman.
Okay, but is it if RG said is it okay if it is a man?
So
if she has a male gynecologist, you want when she comes into the relationship that she's been saying since she was 15 years old, you will tell her that
I'm married. No, if I'm married, no, that's fuck no. If she comes to the relationship like that,
I know fine. Not to listen to nothing you say.
Yeah, but like I'm saying,
I know you agree. So she goes to the emergency room, something's wrong, and there's a male in there. She has to just sit there.
We need to go. You can get to that in a second. We need to rewind to the point, like I was saying. If you are in shape as a man, you should be training her. If you're not in shape, you should be training with her. And those are the key things. Because if she wants to get in shape,
she want to train with her friends. What if her and her girlfriends want to do training?
Her and her girlfriends are fine. That's fine. We're talking about a male personal one-on-one.
No, hold on, Green. Do you know there can be a group of 3? She can still be attracted to him in a group of 3. He can still give her special attention in a group of 3. So it doesn't matter if it's one-on-one.
A group of 3 is not going to be enough. No. When a group of 3 is me, the woman, and the guy. Yeah.
No, I'm saying a three girls, me, and 2 other girlfriends. I can still find attraction.
Oh, you're talking about 3 women.
Man.
What man?
No, I'm saying a man personal trainer and 3 girlfriends working out with this one trainer.
I wouldn't allow that either.
One of those girls can find attraction in him, right?
I wouldn't allow that either. But
what if all 3 of them?
More comfortable.
What if he started knocking all 3 of them down?
I would, and that happens. I would be more comfortable.
All of them are married, and they all start sleeping with him and paying him a gym membership.
I would be more comfortable. It was a group of them, but I wouldn't allow that either.
He's the man. That nigga is the man.
So
he deserves a mention. Like,
so let's bring it back around though. Okay, so what about the dude from Married to Medicine though? He had a woman therapist,
I think
life coach.
That wasn't true. What I am gonna give him credit for is that being one of the most original lies I've ever heard. And I have to give him that. Like, who says life coach? Like,
put him on my
nobody's thinking that. Like, I was FaceTiming my life coach.
He's
like,
he's one of the goats.
He's a quick thinker.
He's quick on his feet. Yeah.
I can't even be mad at it. I'm not mad at it because he thought outside the box.
Yeah, she walked in on him on FaceTime.
It was original, and I give him 5 stars.
Yeah,
and a kudos.
He gets an E for effort.
Like, I couldn't even be mad at him. I would tell him,
I gotta ask Showtime this because he gonna say, if you walked in and your wife was on FaceTime with some nigga, she said it's my life coach, and you never heard of this, what would you do?
Somebody's gonna die immediately.
You're gonna
get more mad when she says the lie.
But you know what? You're gonna have to take a step back and say, you know what? That was original. You have to give them that type of praise because who says that? It's my life coach.
Right.
Next thing you could have said is doctor on demand, like it's my doctor. Because now you can do doctor on your phone.
Right, and he's a doctor, so
he was brilliant. I mean, nobody can use it now that he's used it.
Right,
but he was the first one to use it, and it was a great lie.
But the fact that he had been opposed to therapy for so long,
it wasn't a therapist. It was his piece.
Life coach. Right.
Oh, life coaches is cool, not therapists. Right, that's what he's trying to say.
It's his piece.
That's his side.
She's giving him therapy. Okay,
she's giving him peace.
Just looking at some of the tweets. I mean, it's rough, and it seems like he's been putting her through it for a while.
Do they know who the girl is that is supposed to be the life coach?
I believe so. Yes.
Is she a real life coach? Like, is it in her bio?
It probably is.
Allegedly, she probably is.
Right. That's probably the whole cover up.
We throw that life coach around really loosely. Is there some type of certification or degree that you get to be a life coach? Like where do you go?
Yeah. There is. Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Definitely.
Where do you go?
They're
like, where do they have a degree in life coaching?
It's not a degree. No, not a degree.
But
you can be certified, a certified life coach. Yes.
Oh, so you can go like to Mexico, an online course right quick.
They're
$20
$150.
It's way more. It's way more.
I will be a life coach by next week. I guarantee you, Cassie.
It's way more than it's very intensive trainings and things like that.
Okay, so you have to be certified. Like you can't open up an office and just say I'm a life coach.
Yeah. Dr. Tiffany Wiggins is a certified life coach now.
I know her, right?
I know. That's why I'm telling you. Duh. She's a certified life coach. And I know other people who have gone to be certified as.
Why would you tell me if I didn't know her?
Right. Like I'm just going to name drop and just somebody that you didn't know. But yeah, like you have to be certified. But
I'm doing the show.
Whoa. Who was that?
My poo.
Her life coach.
I am
her life coach.
No, it was actually her personal trainer.
It was my personal trainer. Like, so you don't like me no more, huh?
He's watching that.
Oh, so you don't like me no more.
That'll be 100 extra burpees tomorrow. Naked.
Oh, we're gonna do some burpees.
Right.
Oh, we didn't ask Showtime. Would you let your wife have a male personal trainer?
Yes,
I don't have a problem with it.
He don't have a problem.
No, I don't have a problem with it.
I can have a male doctor, a male therapist, a male gynecologist. I can have a male trainer, and there will not be any problems in this issue. And in return, he can too. And he'd rather have a woman doctor.
Yeah, and
I'm Showtime. He would rather have a woman, and I would do okay with it.
I do.
I'm not saying that it wouldn't be somebody that I wouldn't have to meet and vet and do my due diligence, but like Ish and I we both had a male trainer at the same time. Like the trainer was training both of us some years ago.
Both of you.
Right. But my point is, I wouldn't have an issue if like he started training her again. Like if he, if I wanted him or she wanted him to start coming to the house or whatever.
Go back, right?
No, I wouldn't have an issue with that.
If he wanted to come to
sorry, so what
say come to the house, because if he want to come to the house, well, I'm gone all day long.
Yeah, they got to work out.
Come to the house.
They got to work out outside. They can only do it in the lawn, like by the security camera, like only. No.
Oh, you have to be to watch. Yo, I gotta be
to see it through the doorbell camera.
I need to use the bed. I need the bed to prop.
What if the session's at 7:00, they end at 8, but she don't get home till 10:30 that night? What you gonna do?
I mean, you have to have a conversation. You have to say who she was. That's just communication.
That's what I'm just saying. If she does that, then that's thank you for doing it. Thank you for showing me. It's like you gotta have trust. Like you can't think like that.
When people show you who they are, you believe.
Just because someone comes home at 10:00, that means they were sleeping with somebody. Anything could have happened. You ask them what happened and let them explain.
Yeah, you don't just assume. Yeah,
right.
She didn't answer 7 phone calls.
She was working out.
She was working out, and he makes us lock the phones up.
Right. Yeah. So okay. So you said Well, you said it had to be a one-on-one situation. I'm just thinking because Isha's also going to like title boxing, but that's not one-on-one though. That's a group,
y'all know, right? And y'all know one of the trainers I worked out with because y'all was working out with them.
I remember when we did the.
I didn't know you worked out with them.
And I did it one-on-one for a long time.
How many times y'all have sex?
Never, because it was not my cup of tea. But I tell you, like you niggas just are not attractive to me. Like I have who I love. Like I don't get turned on. Like I wouldn't want a bachelorette party with no niggas. Like that is gross to me. I don't want to see no niggas gyrating. I'm not attracted to that. Like I would rather go to a strip club with some women than to.
I think it's time that you just confess that you're a lesbian, rich girl.
I'm not a lesbian. I love
yes.
What I love and can do with that thing. I do not want nothing.
And a predator, actually, a lesbian and a predator.
Right.
Like she proved that in the group chat. Right. y'all could have seen some of the things that floated through the group chat after last week's episode or 2 weeks ago's episode.
I was dead weak.
She's a predator in real life. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not. I'm in love.
She's a predator in real life. That is, you can be in love.
Y'all, Showtime, you see the love. You can
be in love and still be a predator.
You see when he walks in, I light up still. Yep. He walks in, he grabs my face and he kisses me.
That doesn't mean you're not a predator.
Head over heels in love.
That does not mean you're not a predator. Bill Cosby is head over heels in love with Camille.
Women? I'm a predator to women.
Yes. Would you like to share your? Would you like to share your screen and show the pictures that you showed us in the group chat?
That's on my Instagram. Go to my Instagram.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, study her Instagram, y'all.
Yeah. So yeah, very interesting topic. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out between Dr. Contessa and.
Well, let me ask this: were they going through a divorce? Were they going through issues or anything?
No, I don't think they were necessarily going through a divorce. Again, I don't watch the show necessarily, so I don't know if they were, but
she said because she wanted them to go to therapy, so they had to have some type of problems going on, right?
Well, she said he's never been open to doing therapy
why would she want him to go to therapy if nothing's going on?
Well, I mean, it doesn't say that it was couples therapy though. So maybe she wanted him to go to therapy for himself. Right. Just because, as a black man, you
childhood
issues. Right. It doesn't specify. And again, I don't watch the show, so I could be wrong.
Green, do you do therapy?
No.
Have you ever?
Most alcoholics don't do therapy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have done therapy, and I'm not an alcoholic, except on Saturdays.
What did you do therapy for? Because obviously it didn't work.
I've done therapy for different. I've done therapy for different things, not alcohol, but different things.
Drugs?
Right?
No, not drugs either. Personal things.
Like what? Share.
It was a hard. You were feeling sad after your divorce.
Sex therapy?
No, but not sex therapy. No, I've been doing marriage therapy when I was married.
Oh, to try to make it better.
Yeah, that counts as therapy, right?
Yeah, couple therapy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which marriage, first or second, or both?
Second, not first.
Okay,
second. I'm thinking I can't remember the first.
Whose idea was it to go to therapy?
I can't remember.
Definitely
my mom's or something.
It definitely was not his. RG.
Oh, probably a friend. I don't know.
Did you get something from it?
I don't care.
Did you get something from it?
Yeah, I did. I did actually.
What did you get from it, Green?
She cancel her ass, but I didn't. I still tried to make it work. But yeah,
the therapist said that.
Therapist didn't say that, but the therapy didn't go well, and that's why
you were sitting in there in your mind. You're saying, "I'm going to cancel this."
Right, that's what I was getting.
The more she talks, the more canceled she.
Yeah, this is a dead end, right?
So obviously, it didn't work.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
That's couple therapy, and the aspects start being like, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this. Well, you did this. Is that what it's like?
It's not supposed to be like that, and the therapist doesn't encourage that. But then if you have a person that's not listening or trying to even get the message.
Were you listening?
I'm a great listener. I wouldn't be getting money if I was. I'm a great listener. Yeah. I was listening very closely, but
no, you misinterpreted. I didn't say, "Are you a great listener?" I said, "In that setting, at that moment."
Yes, I was listening very closely. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The other parties were not.
Was she getting defensive? Was she getting defensive?
If they leave the meeting, I think that's more than defensive.
Okay, so quick question: Is this the same individual that threw something at you in a restaurant?
Yeah. The writing was on the wall.
Well, yeah, public display of anger with your partner is never going to work. That is not a relationship you need to be in.
Maybe you just chose the wrong person. Maybe that's the case.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's all that is. You never.
I realized that a while ago now.
Yeah. So after she
displayed I've hired someone else to make decisions.
Publicly, you still tried to work it out. After she threw something at you.
Yeah, I was believing blue pill ideologies.
Because if you would have been red pill, that would have never. Oh no, happened.
It would never happen. Of course not. No, not at all.
No, she was lucky.
Yeah, very.
She was very lucky.
Okay.
She was very lucky.
Would you ever go through couples therapy again, DJ Green?
No, because what I know now, it would never be needed.
I'm gonna tell you what. Go Okay, just go.
It'll never be needed now.
Why, I don't understand why.
I personally would never do couples therapy
because I'm always leading any situation I'm with a woman. So it's if once you're not with the program, the relationship's over. So there's no therapy's never going to come into play ever again in my life. Ever. Ever. I control my environment at all times.
Let's revisit this in 10 years.
We can
put a time stamp on it.
Give yourself a bell. Thank you.
And I did, and revisit.
We definitely can.
While he's on the couch and his feet up, and the therapist is doodling while you talking and crying.
Shit.
So because you lonely. Want to be married, can't find love.
You said 10 years from now, I'll be 51. Yeah, well, anyway.
Lonely, can't find love, dried up. Nobody wants that dried up honey pot gas station pills that you
eating
take.
A single man's pie at 52 years old. It's not eating a pie at 52. It's not a good look.
Having a pie.
Yeah, so
I'll always have female companionship. It's good. Everything's great.
Yeah, I mean, as long as there's crackheads, you will always get love. Crackheads need love too.
So okay, so let's just to put a pin in this, put a bow in it. So couples therapy is so Green, do you think it would be an issue for this man and this woman to go to couples therapy? Let me ask RG. RG, do you think it would be an issue for this man and this woman to go to couples therapy prior to him getting caught in the situation that he's in?
Prior to, I don't know what happened prior.
Just in general, like couples therapy. You said you would never do couples therapy.
I just don't think you can't tell me anything about my relationship. You can't tell me what to do, how to make it better, only us two. We're in it. We're here together. So only we can come together and decide what's best for our relationship. I just don't think I would never take no outside advice, like from friends, family. Never, ever, ever have I taken outside advice about my relationship.
What about premarital counseling?
Never. I don't need. I've been with someone for 17 years.
She's the type that will leave the meeting. Showtime.
He wouldn't want to do it. Like we know
she'll leave the meeting.
We've been together 17 years. What do we need to go in counseling for? We don't argue. We're not fighting or bickering.
Never argued in 17 years.
Again, if you've been watching the show, I've said it many times. It took us years to get to where we were. In the beginning, that's how our relationship was. But then we had to understand that that's not what love is. And that's not what a relationship is. That's not how a woman should ever talk to a man and how a man should ever talk to a woman. And we literally never went backwards. Like I really understand how to love a man. I know how to love a man. Was there a
particular argument or situation that got you to that point without any help?
Arguing? It was just arguing. It was just when it's little things. It could be anything.
While you breathing so loud.
It was never nothing big. It was never no cheating. It was never no lying, no stealing, it was little stupid things. It would be we're watching a reality show and I disagree with what happened in that scene.
And then you start talking back.
So it will become an argument. And it's like we got tired of it. And we decided that this is not the type of life that we want with each other. And that this is not how you love each other. And would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? And I would rather be happy. I don't care about being right. If you don't agree with me, then that's fine. I don't have to be right. This is just my opinion. And that is your opinion. And we can move past it. And we honestly, it just changed our dynamic. Would you rather
cry in this Range Rover or be happy in a Honda Accord? That's what T.I. said. Or something like that.
When did he say that? Why did he say it? What are you talking about? And that's what the problem is in relationships.
What?
It's do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Most people are arguing.
That's a bar. That's a bar, RG. Right. Say that again.
They are arguing to be right.
Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right?
Get that out of your mind that you have to be right. It's smooth sailing from there.
Green, what say you? Since you always think you're right.
I am. I'm not always right. I'm not always right, but I'm never.
What do you think of what I said, Green? That was deep. What do you think?
That was a bar. You spit some hot fire.
What do I think about what Rich Girl said?
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't be happy. Wouldn't be right.
Do you agree that that is the main issue when they're bickering, going back and forth? He wants to be right and she wants to be right, and so it keeps going because nobody's giving in.
What it sounds to me is like you finally decided to get on his program. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. I mean, maybe he's on your program. I don't think that's the case, but it sounds to me like you were.
What would his program be?
It sounds to me like you were talking back for years. He finally said, "I'm pulling the plug." He said, "You know what? I want to be happy. I don't want to be right no more, baby." And that's how.
This is what I say. Okay, well, you're wrong. This is what we decided. We sat down together, and we decided that we have to make a change, that in a relationship, this isn't good to be battling everything. Everything is a competition of who's right, who's wrong. This isn't good. We sat down and we had a conversation. It wasn't you get on board or get lost. It wasn't none of that.
Well, the conversation on following the program doesn't have to be a negative.
I have always allowed him to lead. To disagree about a television show doesn't mean I'm not allowing him to lead the family. That doesn't have anything to do with me allowing. He's a man, so I allow him to be a man. I've never stood in the way of him being a man.
Let me ask this, because this will be I'm pretty sure it was you, but it might not have. When the petty arguments was come out of nowhere, where like you say T.I. and Tiny shows on, and you mad about, you said, I like her outfit. He said, I don't really like it, and you get mad. I'm just saying random shit. Was he starting those arguments or you?
I think it was literally both. I think it would depends on what.
So he would get mad about something on a TV show.
No, it wouldn't be getting mad. It's more getting mad
something
about
small.
The conversation, and it always leaves that, and then goes to, and then last week, remember when you said, and then it goes to something totally off what we started on.
So let me ask this. Let me ask this, RG. I'll pose this question to you. I want to know what your thoughts are. So, do you think that if you all would have gotten give me a bell, please. Give me a bell, please. Thank you. Give yourself a bell for moving too slow. Thank you. Do you think that if you all would have gotten some help with those issues in the early years, or there could have been some preventative maintenance done to get you to that point? Because it sounds like you all did that through some self-realization and some self-evaluation. Do you think that maybe someone who is a professional who sees couples, I'm not gonna say couples like y'all, but who sees couples and handles couples issues on a regular basis, could have been a little bit more helpful with you getting to that point at an earlier phase? Because again, it's been 17 years. So do you think that you all could have gotten to that point where there's no arguing or no major issues like you were having, let's say 5 to 10 years sooner, if you would have seen a professional?
I wouldn't have, because again, I just do not discuss my personal life with nobody to get advice. Like, I don't mind sharing my story because I can help people. Like, I can show you that you don't have to have a arguing relationship. Like, you literally can have a happy relationship. Like, it is possible to be a Black couple and really be happy and not argue. Like, it is possible. And I wouldn't have never believed it, but it's possible. But I would have never asked nobody, because I could have went to a family member. I could have went to a best friend. I could have went to
but those people aren't professionals, though.
But I would have never. Right. I'm not going to you. I'm not going to. How can you tell me about? But
that's what I'm saying. But you're missing my point.
I would have never done it.
Okay, but you're still missing my point, though. My point is, if you would have been open,
this was something that we had to figure out.
Okay,
I don't need no one to figure it out for us. If it's meant to be with us, then this is something that we have to work on, and we have to figure it out. This person don't live with us. This person can go home with their life at night. So I'm not even taking what you say. And you might see 10 people before you saw me. You might not even be in thoughts of what you really saying to me. I can't base my life off what you telling me. I can't even chance that. Like, take your advice on my relationship. I would never. Like,
if you went to a therapist, they don't tell you what you have to do.
I know they don't tell you what you have to do, but I just don't value their opinion enough to go to them to tell them about me and have them tell me what I should or should not do. I don't value nobody's opinion when it comes to my relationship. Nobody's. Like,
not even your fiance. So there's that.
Only his opinion.
Let's not even the person that you're in the relationship with.
Like, like some girls go to their girlfriends and like, girl, I I have never in my life did that. Not one girl could ever say
that's the worst thing to do
about my man ever.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's end it right here. We shout out to everybody who checked in on this episode of Talk of the Town Unfiltered. Be sure to like it. Be sure to share it. Be sure to comment, tell all your friends about it. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just be sure to show us some love. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and let us know that you're checking in with us. Also, we're going to move this thing over to Instagram. So in about 15 minutes, right at about 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, we will get it popping with the after show, which is the real, the raw, the ratchet advice. We got some letters that some listeners and some viewers checked in with. So yeah, I think things will get interesting tonight. So hit us up on Instagram. RG, what you got though?
People are always going to talk about you. So let's give them something to talk about. Head over to Instagram right now. Just go over to Talk of the Town Unfiltered. Just sit there. We'll be there in a couple of minutes. Stay on the page. It's going to light up red. And then that means we're live. Just click it. And the show has started.
Click it or ticket. Green, what you got?
If you have give
him a bell, please. Give him a bell.
What was that?
If you have step, you're gonna get half results, and hard work always pays off. And fellas, please remember, if she won't submit, you must have quit.
All right, hit the Instagram page right now, y'all. We'll be over there in a minute. Peace.